Hello, Pisces. This is your weekly 3-card spread for the week February 2nd, 2020. I'm using the Power Deck by Lynn V. Andrews, an Oracle deck. And for your situation card today, I've pulled Harmony. Harmony lives in a lodge of balance and equilibrium between the physical and spiritual aspects of your life. For there to be harmony, there must be balance. Imagine yourself as the hub of a sacred wheel, standing in the center. This wheel must function every day of your life. If you imagine that the south is your physical self, the west your emotional self, the north your spiritual self, and the east your mental self, you will see that you stand in an ancient wheel of truth. Consider whether you spend as much time in the physical south as you do in the spiritual north. Are they balanced? Are they in harmony? Reflect on whether you spend more time in your emotions west than you do in your east mind. Adjust your daily life by being aware of your actions and behavior patterns to incorporate equal effort in all of the directions so that your wheel will function in perfect harmony. The painting is entitled Sunrises in Eternal Places. Here you sit in the sanctuary of your truth and harmony. Surrounding you are the snowy mountains of your higher consciousness. You are perfectly balanced between the plane of higher universal consciousness and the plane of earthly consciousness, a globe suspended peacefully in the clouds. Harmony is a West card because you must always reflect to find truth, which is one of the greatest teachings of the West. You must always reflect on how balanced you are among all the aspects of your nature. And as well, a note about the directions. They also correspond to a time of your life. The south represents your inner child. The west represents your adolescence. The north represents your adult self. And the east represents your elder. For your challenge, we have quickening. You can never really teach a warrior about the unknown with words. You must use experience. But if you look into the eyes of a woman of power, you may catch up with her a little. She has years of truth ahead of you, however her eyes can quicken you like a river heading toward the rapids. Open yourself with love, not with understanding. You cannot love with your mind. Listen from your heart. If a camel is walking down a path and another camel passes him, the first camel will go faster to keep up. This is how power works. Don't learn everything with your mind. Quicken your spirit by letting go of attachments and move to a stronger vibration of power. The painting is entitled The Search Party. It symbolizes the journey of discovery through the sacred lands of the South. The universe is captured by the mountains, their sandstones speaking of the ancient quality of sacredness. Meanwhile, the universality of power hovers as a sphere in the void, the great mystery. To find power and enlightenment, you must quicken your vibration to a higher level by letting go of negative thought patterns. And for your guidance card, we have a card from the Teachings of the East, which is masculine. Carrying your gift of consciousness from the heart of woman, the heart of Mother Earth, trek toward the summit of higher knowledge. Because of male and female imbalances, Earth is in danger of dying. Remember that the power of the masculine explodes as the power of the feminine implodes, and a sacred spiral of life is set into motion. One cannot live without the other. The masculine god is in search of the feminine goddess. He brings gifts of driving force to her powers of intuitive, creative receptivity. Both are equal warriors in the fight against ignorance. Balance your masculine and feminine energies through meditation and awareness. Know when you are carrying a male or a female shield. This is your struggle in life, yet a great source of power when balanced. The painting is entitled The Ascent. It depicts a man as a sacred being carrying his gift of knowledge and clarity, which has been given to him from the universal knowledge held within woman and Mother Earth. The stone steps ascend from the ancient memory of Earth through the snow-covered peaks of higher wisdom. The man is moving toward the sky and the sphere of universal knowledge. Masculine energy lives in the East because illumination for the masculine side of your nature is found through the mind, whether you are a man or a woman. And so from this reading, from which I've pulled one of each of the directional cards for you except the North, this goes to show that you're in a pretty balanced state of being for this week. And the additional advice here would be to look to the North, to the teachings of your adult self, which is the direction of the spirit. When we balance our medicine wheel, it is advisable to also remember the time of our life where advice is given to look. So for the North, the place of the spirit, the place of your adult self, one of the ways in which you can nourish your spirit is reflecting on that time of your life. If you are not an adult yet, you can imagine and visualize all of the good things that you wish for yourself in the coming time of your life. If you're an elder, you can also reflect on that time of your life in your 30s and 40s, the experiences that you went through and what they had to teach you, and how those lessons may still be carrying on in your life. The wisdom that we gain at each time of our lives, I believe, is relative, because we always walk with these aspects of our being, whether or not we've come to that stage of our life or have already passed through it. As spiritual beings, our calling is to try to maintain balance throughout all of the beautiful moments and also the trials of our lives. And so sit with your spirit and meditate this week. Take some time to nourish your soul and feed it in whichever ways you have your spiritual practice. It's unique for everyone, so whatever your spiritual practice is, do that this week, and take time to allow yourself that quiet stillness to see that not only are you whatever your gender, you do have female and male energies within, and listening from your heart taking that time to sit in the stillness of your silent witness and nourish your soul. Thank you for joining me, Pisces. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please give it a like, share my videos, click subscribe if you have been enjoying my readings. As well, you can also consider tapping the notification bell to get notified of any new videos that I post, as I will be posting new videos coming soon. I'll be doing more in-depth readings for the monthly readings for all signs. I'm not exactly sure right now when I'll be starting that because we're already into February, so probably start that for March. And I hope to see you again here next week.